most difficult part of designing is that every moment you're holding your pencil, you're about to make the mistake of making something just pretty. And instead, you should not even try to design the space. You should try to design the experience which people will really have. That's kind of difficult. You look at the drawing and you don't look at the people, but you should look at the people and then consider the drawing. In the studio, we fight it. Every time we talk about the product, we talk about the design. And still, we have to understand, we design, the experience of people. Bell is kind of the oldest media for mass communication. People go to the bell because they're called by someone else. And so this bell is such a magic ornament, a fantastic metaphor for getting together. That's why I use it in the lobby, or I use it over a table, as a place where people come together from a long travel from all over the world. Now they are where they should be. Finally, they've been hearing this bell since they started traveling, and now they're at the bell. When I was for the first time in front of the building, it is this beautiful square which has this kind of corner going into the depth. For me, it really felt like a castle. When I saw this vision already, I'm like, oh man, there's all these people, all these rooms, and the people are sleeping there. I mean, it was a castle for sleeping people, and so this idea of the Sleeping Beauty was there very fast. And then I thought, the moment the story ends, that's the moment you're going to enter in this place. It's the moment when just the princess was just being freed from 100 years of sleep by this beautiful prince. Boom, the world starts to be awake. After 100 years, people look to each other with new eyes. They remember, they see things they knew, but then with new eyes, they experience this kind of royal, beautiful, theatrical world. And I think that's how you enter this place. The pillars, they were important for me to change them, to be something magic instead of something functional. Obviously, a column is kind of necessary for a building of this size, but also it tells us, let's keep up the roof. It tells us something which you don't want to hear. We took most of the pillars and we covered this design, so it really is one of the signatures of the place. In a world where design is really about the future, I want to create surroundings which are in between the past and the future. They're in between my mother and my daughter. They learn from both and they give back to both. By the time they reach us and they're new, they feel like good old acquaintances. We have a relationship with them already. New can be so alien to us. The new should be recognized from the past. I don't want to make alien things. I want to make things which are really connected to who we have always been. We created several signature patterns for this place. It is so important, not only because it's beautiful, and not only because it's ornate, and not only because it shows that I care about the details of a place. It shows that this hotel took care of you as a guest to the littlest detail. We've tried to make everything super fabulous for you. It says that everything is done, especially for this place. It's unique. I think that's what a hotel needs to be. I mean, if you want to just go to bed, there's a bed. If you want more, you're at the right place. There's all these kind of elements which play a role, and together they create a theatrical world which is playful and which is fun and which is exciting. You know what's so funny about the staircase is that, in fact, it's the least functional part of the whole hotel. I mean, in fact, we didn't even need it. It was just drawn there at some point. We've been thinking for 100 years that design follows functionality, and so it's the biggest lie we've been telling people. I mean, this staircase, people go there because it's a place to feel you're walking a stair. Nobody walks it, that's fine. It's going to be even better. It's a magic object.